Hi,
Hello,
Jasmine.
sir.
How are you?
Hello, sir. I'm good. How are you?
Very well, very well. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't see you were
Uh,
already there. Some other people had requested, so I couldn't make out that your request is also there to join in. Anyways,
no problem, sir. Sir, so
yes.
you live in India or you travel abroad, I guess?
I live in India, but I'm working abroad as well. We have a company in Sweden where I'm doing trainings in Europe. We also have a company in US which has 6 clinics, and we're doing continuing education programs there as well. And I plan to
Okay.
open few more centers, yeah, in different countries and India also. Yes.
Sir, so you did your BDS, then did you do your
I did
MDS,
my
and how
BDS,
it
then I
went?
was in New Zealand for a year. I did public health there. Then I came back to India for my post graduation. And during
Okay.
my post graduation, I started learning implants. While doing
Right.
my PG, I took some courses. I started learning lasers, dental lasers. I'm working with lasers, both hard and soft tissue lasers. And then as soon as I finished, I started working on topics or subjects of dentistry which would fascinate me, which I would love to do. So I'm not
Right.
really good at quite a lot of stuff in dentistry, but I think that I'm good at, like for example, implants, lasers. So I sort of started building up, doing a lot of cases initially um, in dental college, in charitable institutes, sort of just for
Right.
experience.
Yeah, yeah.
And then immediately I went to US. I had gone there for some laser work. We were planning to sort of set up some laser thing going. And one of my uncles, he's a medical doctor, and he suggested me to go into injectables, Botox and fillers.
Right.
So I
Right.
said, no, I'm a dentist. I cannot do it. He said,
Yeah.
why you cannot do it? In US, all dentists are doing it. How do you say that you cannot do it? Then he explained me that, see, Botox is not something that is used to treat skin diseases.
Right.
It's
Right.
like a prescription drug. Okay. And, you know, you have to have understanding of anatomy of that particular area to do Botox. So Botox has
Right.
certain FDA approvals. For example, frown lines, smile lines, forehead lines,
Right.
migraine.
Right.
So you see, you understand this that there are FDA approvals and there are indications of Botox which are not approved, but you take consent of patient and you do those procedures. Okay.
Right.
Now, in no way is Botox going to fall under a single domain. Okay.
Right.
So I've been lecturing, doing a lot of webinars, and I go to US also. We've been doing workshops on therapeutic uses of Botox in dentistry. Okay.
Right.
I
Hmm.
can name probably 20-25 indications in dentistry in your scope of practice where you use Botox. Okay.
Okay.
For example, things which we don't know even as dentists. So,
Right.
for example, TMJ problems, myofascial pain dysfunction syndromes, hypertrophic masseter, bruxism. Bruxism is a
Right.
dystonia. So we
Yeah.
have other dystonias as well, jaw opening, jaw closing dystonia, lateral deviation dystonia, tongue dystonias, lip dystonias. And, these indications, see, a drug can have 100, indications.
Right.
And it is only through research that an indication becomes an approved indication.
Right.
Now we are in,
Right.
in this situation, Corona situation. You see
Yeah.
how when we were in emergency, the government fast tracked the approval of a
Hmm.
vaccine. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
how things happen. If you sit still, you don't work, people tell you, oh, you are a dentist, you cannot do this, then, it's a shame on you as a fraternity, because who will do the research?
Right.
When you are, for example, I would, sorry, I'm, just going, here
No,
and
yeah,
there,
sir.
but
It's
things
okay. It's
are.
okay.
So
Yeah.
if, for example, I am a radiologist, this would explain it very nicely, this example.
Right.
If I'm a radiologist, I will not say radiologist, I will say dental radiologist. Okay, let's not go there,
Okay.
let's be, so 20 years back I could just see x-rays, right? I My
Right.
education would teach me to read X-rays, to take X-rays, all that. Now come 10 years down the line. Suddenly we have CBCT, suddenly we have, MRIs, suddenly we have, the CT scans and all. So should I go back and take my MDS education again, or should I increase my scope of practice? That okay, oh, I have been taught this in syllabus, but technology demands, understanding of a disease demands that I must know this. This is the
Right.
difference between a syllabus and scope of practice. So Dr. Jasmine and Dr. Rajat can have same syllabus when they studied.
Yeah.
Dr. Jasmine and Dr. Rajat can have different scope of practice.
Scope of
So Dr.
practice.
Rajat, he was not taught implants in dentistry. Okay, when he
Right.
was,
Right.
he had to learn it somewhere, and that falls in the scope of practice. Now, for example, we'll talk about implants. In
Right.
implant, I am making an incision, I'm exposing the bone, and I'm drilling inside the bone. So
Right.
orthopedician will say, "Oh, you are dentist. How are you drilling in the bone? Bone is mine." Okay,
Right.
they
Right.
will not do this, of course. So
Hmm.
when I am working in maxilla, in zygomatic arch, we know we have zygomatic implants, pterygoid
Right.
implants. We do sinus
Right.
lifts. Sinus lift we do with a modified procedure called as, Cardwell lift, which is a pet
Yeah.
ENT surgery. Okay, so I will
Hmm.
not call an ENT surgeon to come. Please lift the sinus. Let me put the bone graft. No, I will learn it. It is in my
Right.
scope, and my scope is decided by the choice I make to learn something. I have been
Yeah.
trained, I have been taught facial artery, branches of facial artery, superior labial artery, this, that. So I will then, and what we are talking today, it might change tomorrow. The scope of practice
Right.
can never remain the same. You don't have to go back to dental school all the time, or
Yeah.
no organization will keep on changing their syllabus every year. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
slowly, slowly. Now, for example, lasers.
Right.
Lasers has been in use since maybe 10, 15 years now,
Hmm.
mostly in dermatology. Okay, mostly in beauty machines, dermatology.
Right.
Now it came in dentistry also, their applications. We are doing vascular lesions. We are doing vascular lesions in the lip, for example.
Yeah.
Okay, we are
Hmm.
removing tumors from inside. We are doing
Right.
biopsy. We are doing depigmentation, removing lipomas, all that stuff we are doing. And I
Yeah.
will be
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
it tomorrow in my webinar about laser. So should I go back and
Okay.
ask DCI, okay, tell me my syllabus now, laser has come, what should I do? No, I will
Right.
learn it.
Right. Right.
Dr. Jasmine might not learn it now. Dr. Rajat might
Hmm.
learn it. And then they would increase their scope. I would increase my scope of practice and do certain things. I will tell you something. I could have never done gummy smile procedures, lip repositioning. I would have never done, chin implants from intraoral. I would have
Right.
never done buccal pad fat removal. With if I had to use scalpel, okay, I would never do that.
Yeah.
Trust me. I would
Yeah.
never have been. Now I have laser with me. Okay, all
Hmm.
these procedures I am able to do without any bleeding, without any problem. The laser is so nice, equipment. I'm cutting layer by layer. I'm totally in control. But if
Right.
somebody tells me, "Oh, laser word is with some other, I don't know." So you should.
Brand. Yeah.
So should we always look upon others and others to decide what we should do or not do? No, it is my scope of practice. So I just want to, just before we sort of really start, what
Yeah.
is the definition of dentistry?
Hmm.
Dentistry is not a tooth doctor, which a lot of
Right.
people feel. Even we
Yeah.
feel. Even a lot of people in our fraternity, they feel we are tooth doctor. No, dentistry is reconstruction, rehabilitation, and one more word is there with our. I just remember it. Of
Yeah.
teeth, jaws, orofacial hard and soft tissue,
Hmm.
and associated structures. Mind it, and associated
Associated
structures.
structure.
Also, knowledge of working of muscles of mastication, deglutition, and phonation. This is our syllabus. Okay. Now,
Right.
this is our base.
Hmm.
Now we talk about syllabus, anatomy, head and neck anatomy. I was, I was recently going through the latest 10-year papers. I got some students to send me, and still we have same questions: facial artery, branches of facial artery, Facial nerve, branches of
Right.
facial nerve. What else do you want us to learn? Every year I'm answering questions,
Exactly.
first year, second year, third year, final year, facial artery, facial artery. I
Hmm.
don't have to be a vascular surgeon to do fillers. I have understanding of facial artery. What else anybody knows that they tell us that you cannot do fillers? Fillers is a medical device like dental implants. Another
Right.
example, a surgeon giving incision in the stomach, okay,
Hmm.
giving
Hmm.
incision, working inside whatever they were,
Hmm.
whatever they are doing,
Hmm.
stitching everything. And I tell them, oh, you are a surgeon, please do not give any injection there.
Hmm.
You will laugh at it. You will literally
Yeah.
laugh. Surgeon is giving
Yeah.
incision. I am working in this area, bone area. I am exposing all everything. I'm doing sinus lift, maxillary artery is there. I find it, I dissect it. Everything,
Hmm.
zygomatic arch, muscles. Smiling, muscles of smile designing we are
Hmm.
doing.
Hmm.
How can I not inject there?
Hmm.
Which disease am I treating? It's an implant.
Hmm.
It's an implant.
Yeah.
I'm doing chin implants from
Hmm.
inside the oral cavity. Tomorrow I'll be talking about. So it doesn't even make sense. Forget about science. वो तो मतलब it's another story altogether, the definitions and all.
Yeah.
It has to make sense, and we have to understand our syllabus, and we have to very importantly understand our scope of practice. It might overlap with a lot of practices. See, when I went to US, when I was, so my uncle in his practice he had this, and a nurse was doing it. So I said, "How come nurse is doing?" He said, "Why?
Hmm.
When you have to give emergency drugs, when you have to save someone's life, then you are allowing nurse to give IV injections, IV, such important drugs,
Right.
life-saving
Right.
drugs they are
Right.
giving.
Hmm.
And when you have to do a elective procedure, I will prescribe her Botox and she will inject Botox. Why is it when it comes for money, you are telling other people to do it or not do it?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. This is a
Hmm.
baseline. I'm not talking about anybody, any
Right.
fraternity. I'm talking our fraternity only. We'll talk
Yeah.
about our fraternity only.
Yeah.
So this is our scope of practice of Botox and fillers. Botox is a drug like hyaluronidase.
Hmm.
Now you give lidocaine in this region.
Hmm. Yeah.
India is using maximum hyaluronidase. Why? Because we have oral submucous fibrosis. India is one of the biggest population of oral sub. You don't even
Yeah.
ask anybody, and you're left right injecting hyaluronidase. Okay, where here?
Yeah.
And what is hyaluronic acid? It's a part of we are. I'm using hyaluronic acid for regeneration in the gingival area, pockets. Nothing strange with it. Nothing special in it. No disease is being treated with hyaluronic acid.
Hmm.
Okay,
Right.
all right. Yes, yes. So this is how I wanted to start, and
Yeah, yeah,
add
no,
on
sir.
to
It's
knowledge. Yes,
exactly
yes,
the perfect start of the conversation. It's
yes,
basically
yes.
the summary of it. So, sir,
Exactly.
basically, I want to know what is the difference between Botox and fillers? How do they
Okay,
work? And like,
okay.
what is the difference between the two?
So lidocaine, local
Hmm.
anesthesia, which we use in our
Yeah.
practice. It
Yeah.
is also a neuromodulator, lidocaine, because
Right.
we are modulating the nerves. Okay, we are
Yeah.
changing the sodium potassium channel so
Hmm.
that the patient will not feel painful sensation for some time. May it be
Right.
2 hours, 3 hours, depending if we are giving a block or local infiltration. Now, Botox is also a neuromodulator, okay,
Okay.
botulinum
Hmm.
toxin, and what it does is it basically relaxes
Hmm.
or paralyzes the muscle where we. So, for
Okay.
example, if somebody has a strong masseter, so when you
Hmm.
clench,
Hmm.
what this masseter is going to do is it's going to basically make your teeth grind stronger,
Yeah.
your vertical dimension will decrease,
Hmm.
and it will put stress on your
TMJ.
TMJ, temporomandibular
Hmm.
joint. So, Botox is a medication where we can relax this muscle. When we
Okay.
relax this muscle, it becomes less powerful. The contraction power decreases. So
Hmm.
if somebody has gummy smile, so when I smile, you see
Hmm.
my teeth are showing, not gums. So if somebody
Yeah.
has excessive pull of upper lip elevators,
Yeah.
so the lip will go more up and the gums will. So when I
Hmm.
inject there, I will be able to relax these muscles. So this lip will come down. Similarly for You remember,
Okay.
you get a lot of this question, muscles of facial expression in
Yeah,
first year,
yeah, a
and
lot. Yeah.
we
Hmm.
are always getting this question in. So these are muscles of facial expression. Angry,
Right.
looking up. Now I have
Frowning,
Botox here,
sad.
so you cannot see the lines here. Crow
Yeah.
feet, you know.
Hmm.
So there are different indications. Migraine is also one indication, and there are some off-label indications. So recently we got an approval from a medical university to do research on masseter hypertrophy, and we are doing
Okay.
EMG. We are almost finished with the study now. So when you get an approval from a medical university, that means they agree, the ethical committee, or they agree that this study will make a difference. And we are doing quite
Right.
a bit of research work also. Botox is also being used again for research work in people who have Bell's palsy. That is, their
Okay.
one side is hyperactive and the other side is more relaxed. So
Right.
you can balance. You can use Botox to balance the both sides so that they become more symmetric. Then
Okay.
even for trigeminal neuralgia, a lot of patients come to dentists with trigeminal neuralgia because they have symptoms in this area. This is called as the trigger zone. So they might
Okay.
have trigger zone in the gums, in the lips. So again, it's being used there. Chronic headaches, okay, TMJ,
Yeah.
myofascial pain. A lot of research is going on now, and
Hmm.
we don't even know that we also have tongue dystonias, we have lip dystonias, perioral dystonias like bruxism.
Right.
Cervical
Hmm.
dystonia is one indication which is approved for use of Botox. uh,
Okay.
yes, yes.
So, sir, what is now fillers and how
So
does that
fillers,
work?
okay, fillers can be something which is used to fill something. Okay, as
Yeah.
a layman you're filling
Yeah.
something. So like I told you, the definition, it is restoration, rehabilitation, and reconstruction. Sorry, yes,
Reconstruction. Hmm.
restoration, rehabilitation, and reconstruction of teeth,
Hmm.
jaws, orofacial hard and soft tissue, and associated structures.
With
So
structures.
filler is basically going to either restore what you have lost. So
Hmm.
when you when you study dentistry, you are being taught that how maxilla is formed, how mandible is.
Hmm.
It's very important for us, right? We are
Right.
studying a
Right.
subject known as orthodontics and dentofacial orthopedics. Why do they
Yeah.
keep these names? You understand. We have to understand
Yeah.
our syllabus first. Why don't they keep orthodontics only? Why did they keep a name dentofacial
Facial
orthopedics?
orthopedics.
There is a
Hmm.
significance. It's a definition. Okay, it's science.
Right.
It's not somebody thinks, oh, okay, you will not do this, you will not do that. It's not like this. It's
Right.
science.
Right.
Okay,
Hmm.
and we have a subject, oral and maxillofacial surgery, oral and maxillofacial pathology, oral and maxillofacial radiology. We should go back and read definition of these subjects. Okay, sorry, I
Hmm.
forgot what you were asking again. What was the question?
So fillers and how do they work?
Yes, yes, Philip. So whenever we have, for example, I did a lip biopsy. Someone
Right.
had a vascular tumor here, or someone
Hmm.
had asymmetric lips because of
Right.
ABC reason. They had mucocele or they had something.
Hmm.
So when I
Hmm.
remove it, I want to make the lip symmetrical. Okay. So
Hmm.
we have something called as filler hyaluronic acid, which we can inject,
Okay.
and we can improve that. We can improve the asymmetry. We have gummy smile. We can inject filler. Now, gummy
Right.
smile is not only an aesthetic indication, but it's also a therapeutic indication. Why? Because when you have gummy smile, you air breathe. You take in
Hmm.
the air, mouth breathing.
Hmm.
Happens. So it
Hmm.
dries down your gingiva. Okay,
Hmm.
and because of that, we need to sort of cover this lip. So we can do
Yeah.
lip repositioning also. We would need the help of Botox. We inject Botox here, bring the lip down. After doing that, we can do lip repositioning with laser. I use laser. You
Right.
can use blade also. And
Hmm.
only after Botox has been injected
Hmm.
will my results stay. Why? Because if I remove this
Hmm.
tissue from inside, bring the lip down, but my muscles are still strong, it will
Yeah.
be a
It will pull
relapse.
the. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So it is very important to inject Botox there. So even if we don't talk about aesthetics,
Hmm.
fillers are going to restore volume. You
Hmm.
can enhance, for example, class 2 div 1 people who have small chin.
Right.
You can either do a chin implant intraorally, as a dentist,
Hmm.
very easy. Intraorally, we are
Hmm.
doing block grafts from the bone. Or you
Yeah.
can inject filler, which is, for example, hyaluronic acid, to increase the length of the chin, to give facial proportioning. Okay.
Right.
Now, fillers
Right.
can be of different types. One is
Hmm.
hyaluronic acid, which is the most common filler, but it is very basic filler in terms of it has a certain life, okay, and it's not so much regenerative. So you have to get
Okay.
some sessions. For example, I
Right.
do chin maybe after 2 years. You might
Hmm.
need to do another session.
Okay.
Some fillers, hyaluronic can be after 1 year. Now we
Right.
have another biomaterial which is called as hydroxyapatite filler. What is
Okay.
that? We all know it. We are using it for sinus lift. We are using it for
Hmm.
bone grafting.
Right.
Hydroxyapatite, simple.
Yeah.
This product you are not using now. You are using since 10, 15 years.
Right.
What are
Hmm.
people telling us? We have we are using this product since long time. You're putting it in sinus. You're using it with PRP. Hydroxyapatite is a biomaterial which is known to two branches the most.
Hmm.
One is dentistry and one is
Yeah.
orthopedics. Bone.
Okay.
Bone is
Hmm.
also
Right.
hydroxyapatite,
Yeah.
and your um, teeth are also hydroxyapatite. And
Right.
you're using
Right.
hydroxyapatite. We are working also now to regenerate tooth also.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's in
yes. So
research.
hydroxyapatite filler also is there, which helps in regeneration. So if I lose some bone here, I can restore some because if we lose, see, we have a base. Face is a base, like bony base. Okay. So
Right.
when we understand in dentistry how the jaws are aging. So when
Yeah.
my building base will shrink, what will happen to the building?
It will
It will
come
start
down.
to crumble.
Start.
That is
Yeah.
what happens with aging. So I understand aging very well. Why?
Hmm.
Because I was taught how the maxilla is going to age, how the mandible is going to age, how the associated structures, their embryology, their development, their association with the teeth and muscles, and how the aging takes place. So when I know how the aging takes place, I'm able to restore it. So fillers,
Right.
like it's a normal misconception. A lot of people who are doing fillers, they say, "Oh, you are losing collagen. Okay, let's
Hmm.
restore." That's a very small part to it. Okay, that's for younger people. We are losing three things. One is bone, which is the
Okay.
basic framework. The change
Yeah.
in bone is going to make a huge difference in how my face ages. Okay, how my bony structure
Yeah.
is to grow. Then we have when the bone changes take place, then the muscles that pull us down they become more stronger, of course, because now it's less tissue to
Right.
pull down. And
Yeah.
then we have change in sort of the fat compartments, buccal pad
Hmm.
fat, all this, fats. And then yes, along with it, slowly, the collagen sort of. Again, collagen is something which we study very deeply because,
Exactly.
as you know, first year, second year, third year,
Yeah.
collagen because of the oral mucosa and everything. So this
Hmm.
is what fillers are. That they can be different types. A fat can also be a filler. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
ठीक है. So, sir, next question has two parts, one of which you have already answered, like which category to Botox and fillers belong. So, we discussed about the scope and we discussed about the syllabus. So, I guess that question is
See,
well answered.
Jasmine, I will tell you one thing. I am a dentist. You are a dentist. We are nobody to tell any other fraternity to not use it, first of all. Okay?
Right, right.
Medical fraternity, even nurses, if they are using, I am no one, you are no one. My association is no one because we are being governed by a different body altogether. So, with
Yeah.
the dental bill also coming in now, we'll soon have a
Hmm.
dental bill coming in because of, medical bill has already been there, Ayush bill is there.
Yeah, yeah.
So things will be, I am not, what we are talking about is whole, whole medical fraternity, dental fraternity. What is their scope of practice? See, if someone is a neurologist, they will use Botox in terms of neurology. Okay,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
Dr. Jasmine is a dentist and she gets a modality, okay, patient has a lot of problem with TMJ, big
Hmm.
problem, and if she injects Botox and patient can benefit from it, she will use it, of
Then
course.
why
It's not
not?
a skin
Yeah,
disease.
yeah.
So it's a scope of practice, it's a respect which we give to each fraternity of what education they've had. Okay,
Right.
if I go
Hmm.
on telling people that you cannot, who am I to say this? Their
Hmm.
association or their council will tell them. Okay, and
Yeah.
every fraternity, every branch of medicine has always grown in their scope. That is how we've been able
Hmm.
to develop. That is how where we are today, we are today.
Right.
Okay,
Hmm.
no fraternity, speciality has shrunk. आप ये नहीं
Hmm.
कर सकते, आप ये नहीं कर सकते, ऐसा नहीं है. Sorry, neither am I to say, no, nor is someone else to tell me. Okay, because
Yeah.
this is not in syllabus. How will it
Hmm.
be in syllabus? You tell me. If for example a certain medicine comes out,
Hmm.
will we ask DCI? Okay, now it's another antibiotic is there. Can we prescribe it? No.
Right. Hmm.
You have to prescribe antibiotic if a new antibiotic or if a new medicine comes in. For example, any are we so unintellectual that we will talk about these kind of things? We have to
Hmm.
respect each other. We have to respect people of our fraternity. Teach people. See, अभी तो इतनी प्रॉब्लम है कि डेंटल कॉलेजेस में देर आर नो TMJ clinics only. We are so
Right.
behind
Right.
in
Hmm.
terms of you know um, where we should be. So
Yeah.
it is upon us to increase our scope of practice,
Hmm.
and mutually work with all fraternities. We have to work together,
Right.
not encroach on any other fraternity. A lot of
Hmm.
dentists are encroaching on dermatology work also, which is not right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they should not encroach on us. We should mutually respect, because a doctor has to have a certain decorum.
Hmm.
You cannot be bossy with a certain specialty, or you cannot be, it is a decorum, it is a science, it is everything is scientific. We should talk facts. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
I'll be, people who are interested, they can message me, they can be on WhatsApp. I will give you this the scope of practice documents for different countries. For example, UK has written in their scope of practice that
Hmm.
uh, this is what dentists can do, and they can increase their scope of practice to injectables and implants, for example. Okay,
Right.
Ireland has, US has. So we don't have it right now, but the bill is coming in, so we will be very sorted out, after that.
Right. So
Yes,
will
yes.
this be the year 2020 when the bill comes in, or we have to
It was
wait a little
supposed,
bit more?
it was in the public domain from Jan to Feb.
Hmm.
It has to come in because medical and Ayush has already, they've been passed. So maybe
Right.
because of the COVID, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
it took time. But they have to do it because it's not just for the definition. Of course, it's a very small part. It's like a joke,
Yeah.
but the real
Yeah.
thing is that the exit exam, the entrance exam, all that has to be regulated through this bill now.
Yes.
Yes, yes. And
Okay.
even if it's not, it doesn't change the scope of practice. I mean,
Right, right.
if I am, studying anatomy in my first year, a head and neck
Hmm.
is 80% of my syllabus. It puts me in a much bigger position than somebody who's been learning head and neck for 3 months, for example, out of 12.
Right.
And
Hmm.
I'm learning it for like 7 months or 8 months in a year.
Hmm.
Okay. So if you compare, I am, in a, so a lot of times I listen some people saying, oh, it's facial artery, it can get blocked. Yes, it can
Hmm.
get blocked. So let's give it to vascular surgeon only then. Then nobody should do it.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
who knows
Yeah.
facial artery better? I mean, come on, just watch us work when we are doing implants, when we are doing
Right.
surgery, when we are doing ridge splits, when I'm working in
Hmm.
the sinus. So many
Hmm.
vessels are there, you know, as a
Hmm.
as an as a graduate only. So much
Yeah.
is your scope of practice. I mean,
Hmm.
what then? Facial arteries there, yes, what? So we use precautions, of course, you, I mean, if we take this logic, we stop driving the car. We can meet it with an accident. Of course, we
Yeah.
wear seat belt. You have knowledge of this. Come on, why do we have 5 years of education, 1 year of anatomy dedicated to head and neck? Why? What's the logic? Just to
Hmm.
We should know where it is, and we should know techniques how we will not make a difference. And let me tell you one thing. I am somebody who's on panel of so many international companies for managing complications of doctors from around the globe. I will be,
Wow.
I would be more than happy to share how I'm
Hmm.
managing their problems. A lot of different specialty people, when they get shaken up, when a,
Hmm.
vessel gets occluded, and
Yeah.
with timeline, I'm managing that. How? Because of
Hmm.
my knowledge. I'm not a superman,
Hmm.
we learn, we understand, and we do it. And
Right.
nobody is a superman. No specialty is a superman. Nobody knows
Hmm.
facial artery like we do. Okay? And we
Exactly.
respect. They will learn, of course. They should also learn. Okay?
Hmm.
And so, yeah, sorry, I get a little carried away. Anyways,
No, no,
yes,
sir.
yes.
It's a
Mhm.
good thing for us at least.
Yes, yes.
So, sir, who all can do it? Matlab, like we have to study like a 12th pass out, MBBS, Ayurveda, homeopath, BDS, MDS. We all can
I
do
will
like they are
listen.
specifically.
I will listen. Of course, medical community, whole medical community, because they are studying anatomy like we are doing,
Right.
dentists are doing. I mean, I cannot say for anybody else. Let me talk about
Hmm.
dentistry.
Okay.
Uh, we are studying anatomy, okay, no doubts.
Hmm.
We are doing dissection also.
Yeah.
Everything, when we are asked these questions time and again, dangerous area of face, muscles of facial
Yeah.
expression.
Exactly. Yeah.
Actually, before we go there, I will like to add a few things about dentistry which we have to
Hmm.
change.
Right.
डेंटिस्ट्री डजंट मीन दांतों का डॉक्टर, हार्ट टिश्यू का.
Hmm.
ये पहले अपने माइंड से आप निकाल दो. इट
Hmm.
शुड बी आउट. डेंटिस्ट्री की जो डेफिनेशन है वो ये डेफिनेशन है. एंड एज वी प्रोसीड further,
Hmm.
पहले orthodontics was orthodontics, then it became
Hmm.
dentofacial orthopedics. We
Yeah.
are not in 1948. Okay,
Hmm.
we are in
Hmm.
2020.
Hmm.
Science changes rapidly, technology comes in, our understanding of working of the orofacial complex changes. We
Hmm.
get to see new diseases, we get to understand old diseases, how they work.
Hmm.
Okay, I
Hmm.
would say that somebody who is not keeping updated is not doing justice to their profession.
Right.
If we don't learn what falls, if we will not update ourselves, keep on updating ourselves. ये मैं इसलिए नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि just for aesthetics I'm not saying this.
No,
It
no.
is an
Yeah.
it is a holistic thing. It is a complete package. I have to see when you are doing smile designing, for example.
Hmm.
Dr. Jasmine, how would it sound that you are removing imperfections from the lip? You are removing mucosa. You are removing a
Hmm.
vascular lesion. You are removing a fibroma. And somebody
Hmm.
tells you, oh, okay, you cut it, it's okay. Don't inject filler here. There are blood vessels here. Would it sound right? No, of
Not
course
at
not.
all.
Okay?
Hmm.
Exactly. So ये रास्ता यहाँ से जाता है, यहाँ से जाता है, doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Infraorbital,
Hmm.
this inferior alveolar. If it was tooth doctor, our education would be very less, maybe a couple of years. You know,
Exactly.
so when you are giving anesthesia here in this whole maxilla, you can anesthetize mandible. You're working. So your scope of practice is not just teeth, surrounding tissue, soft tissue, periodontium. Periodontium has attachments, muscular attachments. Then we have bone, jaws, mandible, maxilla. There are hundreds of diseases. Okay. Then you are doing drillings in the bone. You're putting implants. You're putting grafts. So much work you're doing. You're working with palatal grafts we are taking. I'm not saying everybody's doing it, but when we don't question ourselves, or no, nobody questions us. A nurse, I will just talk about nurse.
Hmm.
When doctor is saying, okay, you do IV, give IV this, give IV that. Why not this? What is wrong with this injection? What? And this not. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this. US people are saying it. UK people are saying it. Australia people are saying it. They are saying that nurses are saving people. They are putting. आप IV इंजेक्शन तो उनसे लगवाते हो, और फिर आप बात कर रहे हो कि which doctor is doing all this. You're getting my point. It is
Yeah.
a
Right.
scope of practice. Botox
Hmm.
is a prescription drug.
Hmm.
That's it. Okay. Now,
Okay.
somebody the other day was telling me, oh, it's fillers are medical device. I said, yes, implants are also medical device. Not
Right.
now. Just look at CombiFlam. or antibiotic, it's written to be prescribed by registered medical practitioner or
Yeah.
physician. Now, if you start to question me, I will stop writing prescribing antibiotics or hyaluronidase, for example. For I mean, it's you understand. This is all
Yeah.
unscientific, I would say. Undoctorly is the term I use for this.
Yeah. And
Okay. Yes. 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 A doctor has to behave nicely, talk science, and be compassionate and work together, not try to dominate. You know, nurses or other. I mean, it's just this is how we are. We are taught to be. And I'm
right,
proud to be
right,
like.
exactly, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. We are healers. I mean, we cannot stop people from making other people's life better. You just
Right.
imagine how a person's life is who has mesenteric hypertrophy, headaches, from TMJ problems. They have a nightmare, you know,
Right.
and we are just, oh, you don't do this, you don't do that. We have, it is our moral and ethical duty to do whatever possible to make our patients comfortable also. So it's not just about aesthetics, it's about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So, so as a dentist,
Mhm.
like you have already mentioned the procedures that we can prescribe, Botox or
Yes,
fillers. But
yes.
suppose I am a BDS graduate, I am a fresher, I just passed out, and a patient is sitting right in front of me. So
Mhm.
how should I look for things that ठीक है इसको I should prescribe Botox or इनको prescribe fillers? What are the
See,
basic things that a
Jasmine, when
dentist
you
must look?
when listen, when you learn all this, you will not even have to look for this. It will come to you. Your eyes, when the patient enters, you will see directly. You will
Okay.
see what is gummy smile is. You will see mesenteric hypertrophy in your examination. See, Jasmine, the point is, TMJ has been really underlooked. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
and we are not equipped. There are a lot of modalities which can help. Uh, you know, um, patients. And when you learn, your eyes will see what your mind knows. So there is nothing special that you need to do. For example, you're doing smile designing. So you make
Right.
see smile is not just tooth designing. You're making smiling is a dynamic. Okay. So
Yeah.
you will once you learn what all you should check for the smile, what all you should check for the lip, what all you
Right.
should check with the proportion for the chin, for example, jawline. Uh, this is not. This is something which you learn when you learn this.
Okay.
यस
ठीक है
यस और
सर
मैं
सो
आपको एक सॉरी एक और मैं
नहीं
आपको
ना सर
इम्पोर्टेंट एम्फोसिस देना चाहता हूँ just because Botox and fillers are something which were shown to be very fancy and which there came in a lot
Yeah.
of money with this.
Right.
We don't talk about other stuff, but we do talk a lot about this. If somebody asks me कि diploma या degree है इसका, what diploma and degree? It's a skill. Like you learn, if I ask you, Dr. Jasmine, I'm not able to give good anesthesia. So what diploma will you give me for local anesthesia if you teach me 3 blocks? You will laugh at me. You
Yeah.
will say, Doctor, that's what you're saying. You come to my clinic, I will teach you, how to give block properly. I will show you the landmark and you learn it. But why are you asking for diploma or degree? It should be an
Right.
accredited program, yes. But no, see, please try and understand that there is a difference between facial aesthetics per se and injectables. What
Okay.
happens is some people look at an umbrella term.
Hmm.
A lot of things are there
Hmm.
in aesthetics. I am talking about injectable.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
क्या degree क्या है? अब you are getting my point, right?
Yeah.
That
Right.
it's a skill. You're already there. You're already giving. See, if I have, for example, if I have to inject hyaluronic acid, there are 3 things to it. One is to do anesthesia. Patient is comfortable. I'm doing it. Yes.
Yes.
Number two is the use of hyaluronidase. If I have to remove,
Yeah.
you are left, right, center injecting hyaluronidase from many years. We are injecting for many years hyaluronidase.
Yeah.
Before even hyaluronic acid came in, we were using it, in dentistry, OSMF.
Yeah.
Now it's just hyaluronic acid, which is not, it's a medical device,
Hmm.
like an implant. It's an implant, like we do implants. That's it.
Hmm.
And we are doing restoration, reconstruction, or rehabilitation with it.
Hmm.
Simple. Teeth, bone. Remember this definition: teeth, bone, orofacial hard and soft tissue, and associated structure.
Yeah.
Now you see these things: lidocaine, hyaluronidase, hyaluronic acid. Then you say,
Okay.
okay, I was thinking too much about this. Yes, you need to have a good skill set for this, of course. You need to practice this and have a good skill set.
Sir, so
So
what are the basic 5 skills that we must have before when we go into Botox and fillers?
first of all, right approach to this understanding. This is the
Right.
most what it
Huh.
what it's all about. Number two is hands-on practice has to be there. See, I would give you a very small example. If I want to learn lidocaine to give uh, locks from you, yes. So you will
Okay.
tell me, sir, आप मेरे पास आइए. I will collect patients for you, or you can see first and do first. So the number of cases that I will give me confidence, right?
Right.
So if I'm able to do 20, 15, 20 intraorbital, 15, 20, I would be fairly ready to do it in my home. But if I come and stand next to you, keep on watching, or do it 1 or 2 times, you will not get that confidence, right?
Right.
So it's a lot about hands-on. Then what happens is that you need to have somebody on your back. See, why I'm saying this is because there is a scope of complications that can happen.
Exactly.
Now, slowly over a period of these 10 years, I have changed a lot of techniques. Going
Hmm.
from needle to cannulas, pan facial cannula technique, very safe. I see a lot of people doing cases, these fillers without cannula, which can be risky, can bring about complications. So,
Hmm.
learning right techniques and then having somebody on your back. See, there is no teaching for complication
Right.
because they happen very, very rare.
Hmm.
But you have to have somebody on your backing who can help you fix them. That you don't suddenly, become like, who's seen that, done that, you know. I'm guiding a lot of people on complications. It's a day-to-day affair now. And
Hmm.
people who are interested, I have a collection of complications, vascular occlusion, other complications, necrosis, and with timelines.
Right.
48 hours after 72 hours, this till it has been fixed.
Hmm.
So this kind of an experience only comes with number of years. But if
Number of
your
patients.
mentor, yes, if your mentor is there at your back, if something happens, they know. There have been many complications where my student injector would want to remove the filler, and I would stop them. They would not agree, but they had to listen to me. And it turned out that it was not vascular. So these all things they come with experience. Sometimes a very tiny bruise can be dangerous. Sometimes a big bruise is not so dangerous in terms of So these
Right.
are few things, and your technique. If you're using cannula, for example, it has reduced it to quite very less now.
Hmm.
And I am actually shocked at people who use needles now for injecting. You know, it's
Right.
like saying, okay, we don't care, we will not learn, we will do it the old way. And see,
Hmm.
when you're practicing something, new things come in, you must accept those new things, learn new techniques.
Yeah.
It is for safety and betterment of our patients.
Right. Sir, so first one was right approach, second was hands-on, and
Yes,
rest, the third,
right techniques, good backup,
good backup,
yes, positive
anatomy.
mindset. Anatomy, of course, with training you will learn. Applied anatomy. You don't have
Okay,
to go
right.
dissect, but applied anatomy. Understanding that facial arteries, superficial hair, deep hair, that kind of thing. It is more applied.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Sir, so there are any courses or colleges offering this specifically in India, certified, which we can go and think to join?
Yes, I am. We are doing with IIT Sweden. There are certain courses which we are doing with California Dental Board. Our
Okay.
GE provider for therapeutic network, for example. Uh, Colleges, I don't know, but see, like I told you, Jasmine, these are accredited courses. For example, CPT UK accreditation for a certain for fillers
Right.
outfits, for example,
Right.
that ensures that the quality of training is to a certain level.
Hmm.
Not random. See, Jasmine, what happens is, since this subject is very new, a lot of people with, for example, I learned today, I do maybe 10, 15 cases, okay, make it very fancy on Instagram or Facebook, and show people that, oh, I've been doing it for many years, like, and then
Right,
people,
right.
these
Yeah.
people start to do their course, and see what happens is, would you learn if you are in class 3, would you learn from someone who's just passed class 5? You would learn from your teacher, right? They can guide you a
Yeah.
little bit. Because
Yeah.
what happens is, you can do it, but you will never be able to take that person to that level. And another important, you would always need a backing, no matter, even if people, even I might need backing. I've been doing it for like 10 years now,
Hmm. Yeah.
you need somebody solid backing you up in terms of treatment planning. You would know everything hands on treatment planning, what product to use, where, these things they slowly come to you. Complication हो गया भाई जिस मैं आपको ऐसे injectors I know who are teaching when complication happens, oh, this chaos, because
Right.
not so जिस पर्सन ने 10 केसेस किए उसको क्या एक्सपीरियंस होगा 500 केसेस का. आई थिंक जो
Right.
500 केसेस करता है वो तो 10 कॉम्प्लिकेशन भी देख चुका होगा, यू नो एंड वो
Right.
जब आपका माइंडसेट वो पहुंच जाता है, you take guidance from that, but then it's another story altogether. You are at a different level. I will also give you one more example. Now, what I was doing probably 8 years back or 6 years back, and what I'm doing now, straight away, right now, I am using half the product which I was using before to give a much better result now.
Right.
शुरू में तो understand ही नहीं हो पाता कि that constant guidance has to be there. That is important. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Sir, so does Botox cause allergy or there any other substitute for it?
Botox can cause allergy, yes. So you have to,
Okay.
whenever you buy your botulinum toxin, you will see
Right.
on the vial they have written preservative. So, for
Okay,
example,
right.
allergen Botox has albumin.
Okay.
So, if somebody has allergy from egg, for example, they can
Yeah.
have a hypersensitivity reaction. So, luckily, there are a lot of other brands out there which do not have any essential proteins. For example, Xenomin is there. Then
Okay.
I have Botulene, which I use a lot. It has nothing. No. So we have to take history. Whatever content is there,
Right.
preservative, constituent. So you have to ask your patient about history of allergy to those. Botulinum per se has very minimalistic part of allergy to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, so like LA, we do a patch test. Is there any
Yes.
test for this also
You can do patch test also.
for using this only?
Yes, but
Okay.
since we do it in adults, 18 years and above, if somebody has an egg allergy, for example, they would know. You
Right,
normally
right.
do the
Yeah,
history.
yeah.
And there are also other contraindications, for example, pregnancy.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to conceive, for example, since it's a neurotoxin, so it can affect the embryo also. Lactation, myasthenia gravis, neuromuscular disorders, or
Right,
somebody
right.
is on minoglycoside, for example, that can be, so we need to, there's a lot of list, big list, and we need to take proper history for that.
Okay. So are there any disadvantages of Botox?
The disadvantage is when you inject it in the wrong muscle.
Okay.
It is going to, give you an animated appearance.
Right.
So, for example, you inject in the chin, but it will be DLI, then it will be like that.
Right.
But this thing helps us understand and fix asymmetry in people who have asymmetry.
Yeah.
We can fix
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
So my questions are over. If you want, we can take the questions from the audience.
Yes, we can take a few questions, no problem. Let me have a look.
Sir, how do
I'll
we
just
know
have a
about your courses? Is there on any site or page?
yes, you can follow me on Instagram and DM me. I'll put my phone also, my WhatsApp contact also here.
Okay.
There you. Sorry, my voice was echoing. I did not realize. Um,
And I'm wearing headphones, so it's okay to me.
okay. Yes. So if anybody has any questions, they can DM also. I would be more than pleased to answer. I have recently been even talking to a lot of people who are confused. We recently had a lecture also about what to do after BDS. We can have another lecture, about
Right,
that.
right. Yeah, sure, sir. It's
Um,
much needed.
yes. Dr. Arvind has a question about trigeminal neuralgia. Yes, Dr. Arvind, a lot of studies are there. If you want, I can send you links for that study. Studies, sorry, for trigeminal neuralgia. Yes. So Dr. Akshay also, sorry, somebody had a question. Akash Chaudhary has a question: how difficult it is to get master? Again, I told you, it's not a master's course. It's a skill that you develop. See, let me give you an example. Can you take away your mic? Is it possible?
So me, so I can otherwise, but you will. My voice will echo.
Okay. So, okay, I'm not wearing a mic. That's why it is echoing.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'll give you an example of radiology, like I gave before.
Right.
If I am a radiologist, my education taught me how to see X-rays. Today, I am commenting on PET scan, MRI, CT scan. I did not do a master's course in PET scan. I did not do a master course in CT scan. I learned
Yeah.
maybe in a conference, maybe a company taught me, or
Yeah.
don't make it so big. It has
Hmm.
been blown out of proportion. Botox and fillers. I don't know why. Who is doing that? It is just a regular injectables,
Hmm.
and somebody who is mature enough, who is injecting for a while, whichever fraternity is doing that, will also not tell any other fraternity not to do it. They are mature now. After injecting, they understand.
Right. Yeah.
People who are beginners, they get insecure, about their fraternity not being able to do it. Those are the people who make a lot of noise for this. It's a
Hmm.
skill you learn. I can also ask any other fraternity, you don't even know how to give blocks. You are doing it. But I
Right.
will not ask,
Hmm.
because I have respect for fellow doctors, for fraternity. I am a scientific guy. I study 5 years. I am taught to speak nicely to people, explain them properly. This is what medical profession is all about. White collar job, to respect each other and talk about differences. You know, talk in terms of science. This is the last thing I want to say. Be scientific in your thought process.
Sir, there was a question that can we learn Botox from abroad and practice back in India? Because, like said, it's not a degree. So once we acquire that skill, we can continue to do so in India, right?
Yes, you can do. It's your choice. It's a skill that you develop. If you, Jasmine, if you practice ortho, if you have a patient who has hyperactive mentality,
Yeah.
so learn it in India only. No, why you want to go? Like,
Yeah.
yes, you can do a course in abroad if you want to learn these basic injections. You can go and do a full course. Yes, but अब just एक simple सी बात है. If I tell you, Dr. Jasmine, inject in Mentalis, so your treatment will be more successful. What is the
Right.
big deal? You are learning so many new things. You are learning, Invisalign. You're learning. What is about
Right.
big about Botox in terms of it's just about a proper learning. That is important.
Right.
You can learn abroad, you can learn in India, you can go to Europe, you can go to here and there. It's your choice. If you have more money, you can
Hmm.
stay there, have a vacation also. You can have a vacation
Yeah.
trip and learn also. No, it's like this only. So
Right.
it's your choice. Yes,
Okay. Sir, so
yes.
sir, the
Urvi has one question, which is a good question. Sir, how is it possible for dentists like us holding Indian degree to work as inspector in other countries? Please understand, this is a skill. I had a doctor just like 15 days back from Delhi. He's going to Ireland. He already got a job approval from Ireland. He cleared the exam. And he wanted to do facial aesthetics because the practice where he got job, they were having facial aesthetics in their practice. Okay. So he came and learned in emergency that, sir, I want to learn it and I want to do it. And immediately once he learned, he was here, he did his fellowship with me. He got a 5,000 euro raise directly. But you have to have